This is a new experiment that got me really curious, and I've read some comments and Reddit about turning your X4 into a mini writer deck, and right now I'm kind of obsessed with the writer deck subreddit. So today I just want to share with you guys on this firmware that I'm currently planning to install on my X4 called MicroSlate, and I will be sharing what does it do, how's the installation process like, my first impression, and what I want to test it for. By the way, this experiment is a lot easier than installing the Glance Daily Agenda. So that is great news. And I think if you're into journaling or taking quick notes on the go, then you might actually enjoy this one. So let's get right into it. As we all know that the X4 is meant to be a compact size e-ink reader. Very intentional, very minimal for book lovers. For the past few months, more and more firmware starts appearing, which really shows the versatility of this tiny device. And recently, I've been in a rabbit hole of trying to test out different types of firmwares that I can play around with the X4. And I came across MicroSlate Firmware, which really tempted me to try it with my device. So I've been lurking with the Writer's Deck subreddit for a while now, and I really like those writer deck like Pomera DM250 or the micro journals. And I think having this kind of firmware for the X4, it is a very intriguing experiment to do. Now here is kind of a quick summary. This is not the exhaustive list, so you can definitely check out their own dedicated GitHub page by Josh Wrights that you can check out for more information. And also it has a separate website where you can install the firmware, which I think is the best solution, especially for non-techie people. So what it essentially do is turning your X4 into a dedicated writing device. It is very much distraction-free, very minimal looking. It is supported by a Bluetooth keyboard, and there are different types of writing modes like the scroll, typewriter, and pagination, which really suits the different type of writing styles. And one of my very favorite feature of all, it has a dual boot, which means you can install on your X4 both Crosspoint firmware and also MicroSlate, and there's an option for you to go to the different UI or interface depending on what you want to do, if you want to read books or if you want to write. So that is what we're going to be doing today. So it's been really exciting to do this kind of test on the X4. There are essentially two things that you need for this installation. The first thing is, of course, your X4 and also a Bluetooth keyboard. As of now, I have this Logitech keyboard with me, but I've seen online that they've been getting like mini wireless keyboard, which I unfortunately do not have right now, but that is something that I want to try out in the future. But as for today, we have this Logitech keyboard. First things first, you can go to this GitHub page by Josh Wrights, where you can read more about the MicroSlate firmware and check out what other features that it have. So this is going to be a good read if it is something that you like to do. So step 2, you can go over to the installation part, and there is this website you can go over, which only requires you to use your browser like your Chrome or Edge, whichever you're using, Windows or Mac. So that is the most recommended method to install this MicroSlate. It is very useful for non-techie people like me. So just right here, there are two options that you can do. The first thing is you can simply install the MicroSlate firmware only, or you can do the dual boot for the MicroSlate and the Crosspoint firmwares. So I think majority of the people would probably check this dual boot edition. So I think you get the best of both worlds for this. So the next step is to make sure that you have your X4 back up on your local computer before you install these firmwares, just in case something happened. Following that, you can go over and connect your Xteink X4 to your computer with the cable, and then head back to the main website where you can install the firmware. So for myself, I would want to have the dual boot edition. I can just go ahead and install this dual boot. and press the USB JTAG right here and click connect. And then click the install MicroSlate Crosspoint Dual and click install button. Just take note that all data on your device will be erased, so whatever is your current, it will be overwrite with the new installation. So just click install. So just wait for it to finish. As you can see on the screen, installation is complete. Click next. And you can close this. And when you look at your X4, you can see at the bottom right here, there's this OTA slot 1. I think eventually the name will change to MicroSlate. That is the button that will lead you to the MicroSlate UI. So once it is installed, you can head over to that OTA slot 1 or MicroSlate, whichever word that appeared on your menu. So this is the portrait mode of the MicroSlate. So what you can do from the menu, go to your settings and head over to the Bluetooth, and you just select that, and you have a lot of these things going on. And on your keyboard, just press whichever you want to set this up with and hold it and wait for it to come up. You can also click rescan and just let it scan. And right here you can see MX Keys Mini. We're gonna head over there, click enter. I see it's right here connected to keyboard pad, and you can see from here for the paired keyboard there is one keyboard paired up. Let's go back and let's test this out. Now the main menu, the first thing I've noticed, it is very clean, it is very simple, and I think this is a good thing. It really brings the intention of only writing. And right at the bottom right here, you can see here is the Crosspoint menu. You can click this to go back to the Crosspoint UI. And it will start booting up and you're back at your Crosspoint. And like I said, right at the bottom here, this is how you go back to your MicroSlate if you want to write again on your X4. And there you go. So from here, you can go to new notes, click enter, and you can type out whatever title that you would want the note to be. So you can see if I press the backspace, it is deleting the title. And let me just quickly type, and then you click enter. And there you have it. We have the test 2 as the title, and we have the cursor right here. You can pretty much tell the delay in typing on this. It's pretty much noticeable about the high latency, and I wouldn't have too much high expectation on this. I think it's already really cool that you can do this on the X4, and although it would be nice to have it a little bit more snappier, but still it still gets the job done. And I think having this dual boot firmwares, it is one of the comments when I installed the Glance Daily Agenda. A lot of people were asking if you're able to do it with Crosspoint and a Daily Agenda. Unfortunately, you cannot do that, but with the MicroSlate, you have the option to have both firmwares on your X4. So I think this is one of the major features that I really like to have, and a lot of people do as well. Now, one thing that I do want to point out is the battery. It's been a while. It is gone by 11% ever since I've opened up and started this video. It's been 30 minutes since I started filming. It kind of drains the battery a little bit faster than the usual. I think it's also because of the dual boot firmwares. I guess this is something that you have to take note of. So lately I've been doing a lot of journaling or note-taking with my tiny notebook and this cute little bullet pen from Penco. So this is what I usually use on a daily basis, besides from writing on a bigger A5 notebook for journaling. And the MicroSlate is a very interesting concept, and I do want to have a portable writer on the go, besides from having the pocket notebook and pen. I do journal spontaneously when things get overwhelming, so maybe I would give this a try, and I want to test if this method would allow me to journal more than my pen and paper. I would probably not be using this for a to-do list because it tends to change or have a lot of update throughout the day, and I like to be able to strike it off and do a little bit of notes here and there, and it gets really messy over time. So I think using the MicroSlate, it will be not for that purpose. I think it's more on journaling or quick notes. So the next step for me to get a mini wireless Bluetooth keyboard that matches with the size of this X4, over the next few days or weeks, I shall test it out and see how it goes. Pretty much that is what we have for today about the MicroSlate. What do you think about this? Are you gonna install the MicroSlate on your X4 and test it out as your own writer deck? I think this is gonna be an enjoyable one if you're into journaling or taking notes, and also you can read as well. So that is best of both worlds. I have also written a Substack article on this. You can check them out in the description below, and let me know what you guys think in the comments below as well. I shall give updates soon. I'll be going on a trip in the next few days, so I would be away for a while, but I will be back soon, and I shall give you some updates on this MicroSlate, on what I really think about it, what is the experience like, if that is something that you're interested about. So until then, I'll catch you on the next one.